Hello everyone, welcome to HaytersTV. Here, Rodrigo Lara. We are around the corner from the Premier League season again. And today we have a special guest, Chelsea correspondent from Goal.com, Nizaaar Kinsella. How are you, my friend?
Very well, thanks. Yeah, good to be back on. I love being on last time. I think we were in the stadium at Stamford Bridge, weren't we? Bayern Munich, Chelsea, which was really cool.
That's correct, yeah. Last season. Yeah. And we are around the corner from the Premier League season. Nizaaar, first of all, tell us your expectations for Chelsea this season with Frank Lampard still on board and new players like Timo Werner, Thiago Silva. What do you think?
I think Chelsea have to get better. I think that's the beginning point. You know, they have to improve upon finishing fourth, which was a good season. You know, top four was a great achievement. Chelsea wanted that. They get all the money from the Champions League qualification, which is great. But you know, they missed out on winning silverware, and Chelsea are used to winning trophies. They got to the FA Cup final and lost to Arsenal. Bit of a disappointment, but you know, it showed progression. They got through the Champions League group stage, great. But you know, this young team now needs to progress to the next level. And then Frank Lampard has always said that Chelsea were happy with last season, but it's not enough for a Chelsea team just to qualify for the Champions League. And I think Chelsea fans would agree with that, what Frank Lampard said. And what do you do next? You go into a summer transfer window and you have to show some statement of intent, and they did that with the transfer signings. They're big names, aren't they? I mean, we're expecting Kai Havertz to come in next, and they've already got 5 transfers over the line.
All these new players from Chelsea, Thiago Silva, Timo Werner. Who is the most exciting player for you to watch next season?
Well, yeah, a lot of exciting players, but I think that Hakim Ziyech with his left foot is going to be so interesting, so good to watch. We saw the friendly Chelsea played against Reading and against Brighton, and Hakim Ziyech crossed it in. Hudson-Odoi tried to head it in, missed the header, but who was there to tap it home? Timo Werner. And I think him as a £47.5 million signing, that's a really big deal for Chelsea. A top striker has come into the club, release clause paid. Liverpool wanted him, Chelsea got him, and I think that a lot is expected of him. And I think to get to the next level, they need a top striker to do that. And then you're looking at defenders, Thiago Silva with his leadership. It's going to be interesting, but is he too old? 36 years old. I mean, I'm not sure. It could be an absolutely unbelievable, inspired free transfer signing. I mean, PSG wanted to keep him, but it also could be a mistake. From the French league to the Premier League, there's going to be a question mark there. So, yeah, I think overall, every single club in the Premier League envies Chelsea, envies the business they did, but there's still going to be problems to sort out. And that's why maybe I think that, winning the league title, it might be a step too far, although I think they want to push for it. They want to be up there for as long as possible in the conversation, and then maybe nick a cup competition. So I think that would be what a good season looks like, closing the gap on Man City and Liverpool in the Premier League, and really, winning a domestic cup and maybe even challenging for the Champions League, who knows?
From all the transfer rumors we are living at the moment, are we expecting any other player to leave the club?
Leave, yes. And that is the big problem, I think. Chelsea need, they've signed 5 guys already, 6 guys coming in. Kai Havertz, what a signing that's going to be as well. He's going to be so exciting for the Premier League. Might be the record signing for the entire league this summer. So yeah, that is huge. But yeah, to make way for all these players, they need to get rid of some. And that's a problem because the transfer market is suffering from coronavirus. It's had huge economic effects on the rest of the Premier League. It's had effects on the Championship. It's had effects on European leagues. And those are the kind of clubs that you're expecting to sell to. And now Chelsea are trying to shift these guys out of the door, and it's going to be difficult. And I think that they want to sell players, even to sign a new goalkeeper and maybe, even another centre-back. So I think they're going to, the obvious ones are Emerson's going to leave, the left back for Chilwell who arrived. I'm not even mentioned Chilwell. What a signing. I mean, that was the top target at left back. So yeah, Emerson probably out for Chilwell, in for him, so that's something. Michy Batshuayi, I'm expecting to leave. He's been offered to clubs, but we're not really sure where he's going to go yet. And there's a few others as well. Maybe a centre-back will leave.
Marcos Alonso, maybe, no?
I think Marcos Alonso will stay and compete with Chilwell. I think that Emerson is going to be the fall guy. But yeah, I could see a central midfielder leaving, Jorginho. I mean, Kante's been rumoured to leave, but I don't think he will. But I think Jorginho could well leave, late in the window. And there's still over a month to go. We're nearly at the Premier League season, but there's still over a month to go in the transfer window. So, yeah, a lot is going to happen, I think.
Talking about how COVID affect all the businesses around the world. We have a match last weekend. Chelsea play against Brighton with 2,500 fans.
Yeah.
Do you think fans will be back to the stadiums in some point soon next season?
Yeah, I think we really need it. I think that they're already, you know, trialing it. We saw that was a trial event by the UK government, and then lower leagues, they're really bringing fans back as well. So that's really important for those teams. But you know, the Premier League can survive a bit longer. You know, the Premier League's business model is based on TV money rather than the fans coming in. But the lower leagues need it. You know, the League Ones, League Twos, and below in England, and you know, around the world, they need fans back. You know, the business model is based on fans. Football is for the fans. So yeah, I mean, at the first possible opportunity, we need them back, but only when it's safe, of course.
Just quickly, Nizaar, tell me, how was your experience covering football games without football fans last season?
Yeah. It was a weird one, you know. You feel like a privileged man because you know, I know that a lot of fans watching this will want to go and see their team, and I was allowed in, and I didn't want to, like, I almost felt embarrassed because, you know, I was there watching it for work and I was on my own, and it, you know, sometimes you thought it was like a Sunday league match. You're like, is that really De Bruyne playing in front of, like, you know, like 150 people or 200 people? And sometimes it took you a little while to, like, twig that it was a really important game. But the first game I covered was when Liverpool won the league. Chelsea beat Man City, and it caused Liverpool to win the league. So it was a huge match, and it was just strange, you know, being in Wembley, being in Stamford Bridge and no fans. It's just bizarre. But I think, you know, you do get used to it after a while. I think the players get used to it, and it was a good thing. I think, you know, to have a TV event, and even at home, I watch more football than ever before. I watch almost every single Premier League game, and I don't do that, you know, often, but I watch almost every single Premier League game, loads of Bundesliga games, and you know, that was why it was important. Yeah, it was positive. I think it helped everyone, and a lot of my friends said the same, that sports and football being back really helped during, like, a difficult period for us all.
Do you know what I found really, really funny? The Zoom press conferences.
Yeah.
What about you? How do you find the Zoom press conferences?
Yeah, they are funny, and it is useful, but it's a bit of a shame as well. Like, I liked, like, the interaction with the managers, being there in person. You get more of a feel for it. It's still okay, you know, it's an option, but I'm so looking forward to Zoom press conferences being over. And there are funny moments, like you often see a journalist who can't work Zoom, they can't work their audio. I mean, every single one, there's somebody who's like, they can't get off mute, so it's pretty funny. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just a simple return to talking to each other again, but maybe not this season. Maybe we're gonna have to wait here.
Guys, please leave your comments below, your prediction for Chelsea. What do you think of the new Frank Lampard team? Who is your favorite player to watch next season? Nizaar, expecting you to see you very soon in the stadiums, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, been great to be on.
Perfect. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.